1, go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Social Getdown podcast. Not the English is cool, folks. Welcome to the show. It is Friday, January something, 2022. With me today is, unfortunately, just Cody. Lil is in the process of moving, so she does not have, literally physically moving right as we speak. So, even if she had internet, she wouldn't be here. No, song, stop playing. Stop it. Okay, there we go. So anyway, we're going to try and keep it as normal as possible. But obviously, it's not going to be fully normal, which I am sorry, folks. Like, hopefully next week you'll see what our normal format is going to be because we'll have all three of us here. So we'll see more of that. But as I mentioned before, I do have Cody with me today. Cody!
Hey.
Hi. Oh yeah, he doesn't have internet either, so he's just on the voice today, no video, because it's not working, and he's on phone data. So there we go. Anyway, other than that, how's your week been, dude?
That's been pretty good.
Yeah.
How about yours?
It's been interesting. Got off quarantine Wednesday, not quarantine, isolation. Same. Fuck it, whatever, same thing. Got off that Wednesday, went back to work, felt like death. Boss told me to stay home the rest of the week. So, I'm going back Monday. However, I did have a big job interview Wednesday as well, so hopefully that goes well. It would literally triple my annual income, so that would be cool.
Yeah.
Anytime you can do that, that's a win.
Yeah, tripling your income is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Can't complain about that.
Well, I mean, you can't complain about shit anyway. You're doing fine in that department. Oh yeah, tell the people what you do for a living, sir.
I own a dispensary.
You sit on your ass and you play video games and you smoke weed. It's a great job.
Yeah, that's pretty much my job.
It's a dope job.
It gets boring sometimes, so I will be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like I would get bored, especially like up in Canada because it's cold so much during the year, and like right now you're kind of like locked inside because going outside sucks.
Well, right now we're pretty much back in lockdown.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a lockdown.
Yeah. So I mean, even if you wanted to go anywhere, it wouldn't be fun.
No, they're not really.
But
like gyms are closed. Well,
you don't really go to the gym that much, do you?
No, I do. I used to.
Well, I know you do most of your stuff like at home now these days, don't you?
Yeah, that's because of all the lockdowns.
Oh, just because of the COVID shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
The gyms have a lot more equipment than my house does, I'll be honest.
Dude, all I need, man, is like one of those like squat rack things and a bench.
See, I got a bench,
That's all I need.
but I do not have a squat rack.
Well, because then, like, if you've got a squat rack, a bar, and like a bench for like one of those like one of those cages, you know what I mean? Like the power lift cage, whatever the fuck they're called. One of those. I don't know. I feel like that'd be just get you like a bench for it, and then that's all you fucking need. Gyms have gotten like home gym equipment has gotten very cheap these days. Like it's still expensive as shit. Don't get me wrong, but it's gotten a lot cheaper. Like it's more accessible than it has ever been, I think.
Oh well, right now because of COVID, weight prices have actually tripled.
Dude, prices of weights have gotten like you can like it actually costs more to buy the plates for a bench set than the actual bench in the bar. It's insane.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, as soon as COVID started, I was like, okay, cool. Let me find some workout equipment. No. Like, I think you're looking at, like, $2 a pound here for weights. About.
I think I paid $2.50.
God, that's horrible. That is so bad.
It used to be $1.
Yeah. It used to be, like, nothing. Like, I remember, like, 2-3 years ago, before this shit kicked off, you could get like a 25-pound dumbbell for about $18-20.
Well, what happened is
close to brand new.
Supply and demand happened.
Well, yeah, demand just went through the freaking roof.
Because every single gym closed down, so every single person wanted to make a home gym.
Not to mention, everybody was stuck at home. It was like, oh yeah, I'm stuck here anyway. I'm gonna get yoked. And then, like, most people probably never used their equipment.
Yeah, that's normal.
It's like, damn, dude, you can't even join the gym that's in your living room. But anyway, we're gonna move it forward to nobody's favorite slowest scoring game show in America, America or Not, where I read the headlines to some crazy ass news stories and my co-hosts try to guess, did this news story take place in America or not? Pretty simple. Alright, today I have 5 news stories for you, my friend. Okay. You ready for number 1?
Yeah, I'm ready for number 1.
Alright. Reindeer burglar wanted by local police over school break-in. Did this happen in America or not?
That sounds like something in America.
Bonus points if you can guess which state.
Was it Florida?
Bro, I said reindeer.
Oh, yeah. Florida has some weird things.
Bro, Florida hasn't had snow below the panhandle in 100 years, literally.
Yeah, but they don't have to have snow to have a reindeer.
Yes, you kind of do. I kind of want to take away your correct answer just for saying Florida. Because no.
Oh, I don't know. That sounds like a Florida thing. I don't. Who else would dress like a reindeer and try to break into?
No. Like an actual reindeer.
Oh.
Like a legit, like the actual animal.
Oh, I thought you meant like someone dressed like a reindeer.
No, like a fucking reindeer broke into a goddamn school, I think. Yeah.
Oh. Then I have no clue. I'll be honest with you. I have no clue what state it would be.
New Hampshire.
Yeah, see, I would have never guessed that.
All right, I'll give you 1 point since it's America. See, this is easier when it was Florida or not, because then the next natural question is, okay, what state was it in if it wasn't Florida? Because 9 times out of 10, the dumbest news out of America just comes straight from Florida.
Yeah.
But.
Well, have you ever looked up your birthday?
Yeah, I've done that. Florida? It gets weird. I've got one really bad one, and then a couple of really good ones on my birthday. But the one that's bad is like really bad, like really, like the person responsible, like I think is in jail for life.
Damn.
Like it's something bad. But all right, so that gives I'll give you that one since you did say it wasn't in America. It did happen in the U.S. But number 2, 2 zebras that have been on the loose for about 4 months have finally been captured and returned to their herd. Where did this happen? America or nah?
Wait, I'm sorry. I was looking up what mine was for my birthday, and it's fucked up.
Yep.
What would you say, though? I apologize.
2 zebras that have been on the run for 4 months have been captured and returned to their herd. Did this happen in America or nah?
I'm going to say no.
That is incorrect, sir.
Oh,
for the redemption points, would you like to try and guess what state this occurred in? It's not Florida. Texas? I'll help you out there. Good Texas? Guess, but Maryland. Because, okay, sure. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's an odd one. Maryland of all places, but... Alright, so try not to be racist with this one.
Okay.
Because the low-hanging fruit joke is definitively there. But Camel Beauty Contest rocked by Botox scandal. And no, that is not a euphemism or anything. They are talking about actual, literal camels.
A Camel Beauty Contest?
Yep.
It doesn't really sound like an American thing.
All right. That is correct. Bonus points. Can you guess the country?
Like Saudi Arabia?
Yes, that is correct. Congratulations. 2 points for Gryffindor.
That's the only place I know that would have a camel.
Yeah, according to the article, this is like a big deal. Like there's apparently it's such a big.
No, like
Saudi authorities have
America has.
conducted their biggest ever crackdown on camel beauty pageants.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys have horse beauty pageants.
I mean, yeah, we got some weird shit too. I mean, well, not fuck the whole. We have like child beauty pageants. That's weird enough as it is.
Yeah.
That shit's strange. Never understood that. Okay, two more stories left. I believe you're at you're 2-1 right now. Winning record, looking good, doing good. This one is going to be interesting. Man tries to dodge COVID vaccine using fake arm. America or not?
I don't think it's America because I don't think the COVID vaccine was mandatory there. Is it?
Kinda. It is by job.
Depends
And
on you. Oh,
some
okay.
employers have required it. Some, I believe, there's a mandate for all federal employees to get it.
Okay.
So not universally required for every citizen, no. But
I'm gonna go with America.
that is incorrect.
So
That would have been my knee-jerk reaction as well, actually.
Yeah. I was gonna say no at first, to be honest.
Yeah. This actually happened in Italy. A dentist who needed the vaccine but didn't want to get the shot basically just held up a fake ass, like a rubber foam type deal, and presented that instead.
Wow. Where was it?
In Italy.
Oh, in Italy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh yeah, Italy was mandatory there.
Oh yeah, it's because they're like the oldest country in the world. It's not Japan. Makes sense. All right, that puts you at 2 for 2.
Yeah, I got that extra point.
True. All right, here's one. Squirrels leave 42 gallons of nuts in man's car in 1 week. America or not?
That sounds like America to me.
You are correct. A squirrel, actually, okay, so this is just one squirrel in Fargo, North Dakota, collected and stored 42 gallons of nuts in a man's Chevy Avalanche.
Damn.
This happened over the course of 4 days. That's actually kind of insane.
It's a lot of nuts.
Yeah, they were pretty much all of them were in his, under the hood. They weren't like internal or anything.
That guy had fun.
They were like
taking
in the
them out.
fucking, they were in the fucking engine.
Yeah, that guy had fun taking those out.
I'm looking at the pictures, man. Like this is here. Let me pull that in there. Look at these pictures. This is fucking insane. Well, I mean, you can't see them. Sorry, bro.
Oh, it's okay.
But yeah. Here we go. For the folks watching at home. All right, we talked a little bit about this before we got started today. And obviously we're a week late on this because we didn't do the show last week because I had COVID and couldn't really talk. But we're gonna do it now because frankly, there's not really anything else happening. There's the two major pieces of news I think in the last 2 weeks are Activision Blizzard getting bought out by Microsoft, and EA announcing 3 new Star Wars games, which we'll do a little bit of both here. But I want to focus on the Blizzard Activision purchase first. You and I both obviously played a lot of Blizzard games, you much more so than I have, in terms of diversity and whatnot. I've mostly stuck to StarCraft, Warcraft, and kind of dabbled in the rest of the franchises, but not really.
I played a little bit of most of them.
Yeah, I've probably put about 40, 50 hours in every Blizzard title since Warcraft 3 or Brood War, if I had to guess. Except for the Reforged thing, actually, that was so bad that I uninstalled it, got a refund, and found an illegal download of the original that wouldn't be overwritten by my Blizzard account. And it is a far superior experience, which is really sad.
Yeah, the Warcraft Reforged was not.
I don't know how they fucked that up so bad, dude.
They rushed it for the money. That's what happened.
Right, and they released something that's actively worse than the original that came out 15 fucking years ago. Like, that is some...
That's
Anyway.
skill.
Yeah, no. In all of the wrong places.
But that's the new trend recently. Like, look at football games.
Yeah. So, you have been mainlining the drug lately that is World of Warcraft. Just ripping massive lines of WoW in the last, 2 months?
I'm gonna say month and a half.
Yeah, you've bumped like 80,000 rails of WoW.
Okay. Do you think it's a drug because you got addicted to it?
No, because the game is a drug because it's so fucking good.
I've been playing League of Legends for the last week, so it's not that good. It's not.
It is that good. You just got bored.
No, I'm just not addicted to it like you.
I wasn't addicted to it.
But like with the Activision Blizzard thing, they were saying. I read a post basically saying that Microsoft is going to try to stop gold selling on online websites.
Well, they want their cut.
Basically, yeah, they're trying to put it in the game to make money for themselves rather than let other people make the money.
Right.
People are going to sell gold no matter what.
They're doing what Wizards of the Coast wishes they could do with Magic cards in the secondary Magic card market, which is get a cut of everything. Because once... I mean, and WoW's the same way. It's like once you sell the initial thing up front, that's it. That's your final point of sale if you're the publisher. Or if you're Blizzard. Like, you buy the expansion, you get the subscription time. You get... I mean, they don't really sell skins like that in game, do they?
Well, not really, but kind of.
Like, I know pets are a thing.
Well, they have transmogs that they sell. You have to buy with actual money and stuff like that sometimes. But
yeah, there's some stuff in the game you can buy.
Yeah, same
but
thing
it's
with
not
trading game mounts and shit like that.
Yeah, like Blizzard has never really fully embraced the idea of monetization on that level.
Blizzard actually didn't want to. Said they didn't want to sell gold at a mass scale because it will wreck the in-game market.
Which it would.
But
they're terrified.
They already sell gold.
They're terrified of Diablo 3 happening again.
Yeah.
I think
that was a good thing, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, you made a shit ton of money off of it.
Everyone did.
I'm assuming you made a lot of money.
Everyone that wanted to make money off video games made money off that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to have a big effect on the game, to be honest.
No, the market's already way too inflated to inflate it more.
Yeah, I agree. And, it's probably good for the game because it means that it gives the publisher a reason to keep pushing shit out. Other than just additional revenue sources are always going to be a good thing, I think, when they're added to a video game.
I hope they start working on balance and that stuff rather than just trying to make money though. But most video game companies just try to make the money, from what I've realized so far.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking thing. That's all that matters anymore these days. Unfortunately,
Microsoft also said that there might be adding the World of Warcraft games into the Xbox Game Pass.
So that one's interesting to me. So that would fucking shatter their upfront membership, subscription fee revenue, right? Because why would you pay? What is it? It's like $15 a month, right?
Yep.
Yeah, why would you pay $15 when you could just pay $5 or whatever? Or is Game Pass the same thing?
I'm not sure how much.
I think what's Game Pass, like 15?
I do not have it myself.
I think it's 15. So it's like the same price, but you're giving away a bunch more shit for free for the sake of inflating your Game Pass numbers that's the kind of bullshit metric that's gonna pop the shareholders big time. It's like, oh hey, we've added 9 million Game Pass subscribers in the last quarter. Yay! When in reality it's just, oh hey, we now offer WoW on Game Pass. So, everybody just got Game Pass instead.
That's only if you don't have to make a new account. Yeah, it's $16.99 a month.
For Game Pass?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be Canadian then, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then yeah, it's $15.
And that's for Ultimate.
Oh, there's
For
like tiers.
PC it's $12. For console it's 12.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so actually, in theory, you could get it even cheaper.
Yeah.
So you could get like the PC. If it's 12 Canadian, that's probably 10 US, right?
I believe what's it called? For a month of WoW time, I think it's $30 for Canadian. So that's a big difference.
Wait, it's $30 for what?
I think it's $30 for me for a month of WoW.
That seems really high.
I may
Actually,
be wrong. No, 20. It's 20 US dollars. So it might be like 20. It's 25.52 plus tax.
what the hell are they selling? Like that's a lot of fucking money. And that's for like what is that for like WoW Premium or whatever?
No, that's just for WoW. There's no WoW Premium. Like
Okay.
that's just to play.
All right. So, what do you make of all this? At least in the context of World of Warcraft. Like, do you think this is good going forward? Bad going forward? What do you think?
If Microsoft decides to put money into the game and actually develop things rather than just push out a new expansion every year to make content, I think it'll be a good thing. If they just decide to make content every year and like make a new expansion just to make more money, I don't think it'll be a good thing.
What do you think? So, like, what would you say Blizzard has been doing? Is it just pushing out content every 2 years, or what?
In my opinion, that's what they've been doing recently is trying to make the most money they possibly can because they thought their game was dying.
Which, well, I think the most recent expansion was good enough where it pretty much brought back the entire fucking player base.
It has brought back a lot of people, but honestly,
but then the whole legal shit started, and that player base got cut in half.
well,
It was up over 10 million for the first time since I think like Pandaria or something like that. But they were over 10 million. But yeah, go ahead.
the actual thing that happened. My bad, I kept cutting you off.
No, you're good.
What's it called? Classic and Burning Crusade is what
Yeah,
actually
that was a
brought the
big
player
deal.
base back.
That was a big one.
And once Wrath of the Lich King comes,
I might actually pick it back up just for that, man.
yeah,
I might.
um,
I've
World of
touched
Warcraft
WoW in a decade.
the numbers of World of Warcraft will probably times by 10.
Oh god, like that might actually be one of the most anticipated, like one of the most silently but most anticipated games of the next 3 years. If I had to
Bro.
guess, would be with Wrath of the Lich King Classic coming out. Like that's gonna be fuck. That's gonna take over everything. And like they haven't, from what I understand, they haven't had a bad rollout yet of the classic stuff. Right?
No, they had server problems with a lot of the classic stuff.
I know they did initially because they weren't expecting that many people to be that interested in like WoW Classic.
Yeah, because everyone wants the old days.
Like it took over Twitch for a solid month.
With Wrath of the Lich King, all the World of Warcraft private servers right now, the Wrath of the Lich King servers are still the most populated by
Oh yeah,
by far. There's 10 times more Wrath of the Lich King players than any other server.
yeah. I'm very excited for Wrath Classic. That's going to be a lot of fun. I might do it. I mean, it'd be a complete and total waste of my money because I just don't have the time to commit to an MMO right now, which is why I stopped playing Destiny among other things. But that was, and that's the thing too. It's going to be a lot of the old guard type players too, isn't it? People like like around our age, well at least my age, coming back to play it. It's going to probably feel about how it was back then.
Can I be right back like 5 minutes?
Why 5 minutes?
Just my dog is trying to play with me. I'm gonna go put her in the room.
Damn it, Echo.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'll do an intermission here for like 5 minutes, folks. Guys, we will be right back. Stay with us.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Bro, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Alright. Sorry about that, folks. But yeah, no, I think you're right. Wrath of the Lich King Classic is going to be a absolutely just massive bump to those. It might push it back over 10 million, to be honest.
I agree with you.
Yeah. They might, you know what? They might they might break a new fucking record. I don't know what the all-time peak was, but they might.
Well, also, Xbox Game Pass, that will instantly break the record.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Plus well, here's the interesting thing. I think this. Can you play WoW on a console yet?
No, and Blizzard said they weren't doing that. But
Okay.
Microsoft will make that a thing.
I think they should. That would be a just absolutely genius move. Make WoW playable on console, and fuck you, Sony. It's an Xbox exclusive.
I like Sony personally.
Fuck Sony. I mean, fuck them both. Let's be honest
I was
here.
a kid.
I hate both companies
Fair enough.
at this point.
What's it called? With the console thing, I've actually seen a WoW player that plays on PC with his Xbox controller. It is a modded controller, a little bit. It's not too extremely modded, but I've seen people play with it. And he's not the worst player. He's actually pretty decent.
Oh, is he like a PvP guy or something?
Yeah.
I never
He's
understood
above average.
the WoW PvP. I mean, like, I understand how it works and why people like it. It's just, I never got it. It's like, I'm not playing an MMO to play an FPS. You know what I mean?
It's the complete opposite to me.
Really? You don't give a fuck about the story shit? You're just trying to be... Yeah, that's you, though. You're a competitive nut. Like,
Yeah,
you're kind of a
bit.
competition junkie.
I know.
But. So how do you think the purchase will affect, like, the other Blizzard games? Like, I think this is probably good in the long run for all of the IPs, but...
Like Hearthstone, that game might be a bit more popularized. Might be put on Xbox.
That's one you can easily port to console. Like, that would not be hard at all.
Overwatch is already on Xbox.
There you go. I would be surprised if that becomes an exclusive at all.
They might fucking put Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction on Xbox.
I believe they are already, actually. They're working on... Like, I wouldn't be... Like, see, that's the main thing here that I think... Why this is such... Like, this is obviously a huge, major win for Microsoft. Like, they already have, with Game Pass, the single largest game library that is not Steam in the entire industry, except maybe Nintendo. Xbox
Nintendo
has a fucking colossal back catalog that I would say at this point does rival that of Nintendo. Because if you think about it, Nintendo's back catalog outside of the Zelda franchise is just kind of like sequels and prequels of the same game. And they are more or less the same game. Outside of like the Mario stuff. But I don't know, like this is great for Microsoft. This is great for the future of Blizzard, which I think if there wasn't a buyout, Blizzard was gonna die. I think.
Well, the problem is Blizzard, they pretty much fucked over every single one of their game designers.
Well, like they were kind of treading water, and then the sexual assault shit starts happening, and then they just nosedived.
In my opinion, it wasn't even that. Like they literally from the start of every single game, they fucked over pretty much every single game designer.
What do you mean?
They've had. Like look at StarCraft.
Yeah.
You know how many game designers they fucked over and screwed over?
In what way? Like what do you mean?
They fired some because they didn't want to pay them, pretty much.
Well, yeah, they've had massive layoffs at Blizzard.
Yeah, they didn't want to
fired
pay
like
them.
1,000
They just
people.
didn't want. They didn't want that. They didn't want that many people working on the game when they needed that. Like a game like StarCraft, you need quite a few people to work on it. Like there's the balance ideas aren't just from one person.
Yeah.
Like you need people. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we probably should have seen the sale coming, to be honest, because that's the kind of stuff you do when you're about to sell a massive company. You cut literally as much expense as humanly possible, even if it includes mass layoffs, which it usually does. That's one of the easiest ways to lower your bottom line to look good for a potential buyer. So we probably should have seen this coming for a long time. Most of us just kind of assumed it, and that says a lot, really, is we just kind of assumed it was like, oh, wow, yeah, they're just cutting us off, and that's going to be that. They're not trying to sell the... I don't know how that didn't, compute it. Like, nobody connected the dots there. I mean, I'm sure some people did, but more people should have realized that was coming.
How did they not make enough money off just Call of Duty franchise alone?
Have you seen what they've been doing to Call of Duty in the last decade?
But they literally make a new Call of Duty.
Well, no, well, first of all, that's not Blizzard.
I thought it was Blizzard Activision. So I thought
it is. So Call of Duty is Activision, but that's the difference, right? Like,
okay.
Well, and that's the thing. A lot of Blizzard studios were just converted into like standby Call of Duty studios.
Okay, I thought they were like
that's why they shit canned most of the RTS team, is because that's not going to help them with doing Call of Duty stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's also why most of the RTS team teamed up and started making their own game, which I still have no clue what it's called, but I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The whole StarCraft team.
Mm-hmm.
They're all designing a new game.
Oh yeah, no, they're there's the, I believe it's the Brood War team and Mike Morheim are the ones at Frost Giant, and then the SC2 team is the one at Dreamhaven, I believe. Okay. I mean, obviously it's not the entirety of both teams, but it's mostly.
It's most of them.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I think I am excited for what Dreamhaven and Frost Giant have coming, except for the fact that it's going to be in the Unreal Engine, which I fucking despise. I hate it. It's my least favorite engine in gaming.
Why?
Because no game made... Like, there's been obviously multiple games across multiple IPs made in the engine, right? The problem being, they all look the same. Like, Unreal Engine has a very, very, very distinct look, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's like, you could be playing a Star Wars game that was made in Unreal Engine, and, be like, oh, hey, where have I seen this before? And then you'd go play, like, I don't know. I don't even know what other games are made in the engine, but, like, let's pretend Subnautica, right? Like, you could play Subnautica and a Star Wars game in the Unreal Engine and be like, huh, they kind of look all the same. But I don't know. I was hoping that they were gonna go from the ground up, and just because I mean clearly see, that's the thing. The engine at Blizzard is an internal engine. Like it's I think it's called oh shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Actually, no, I don't think they've ever told us the name of it. And that's the thing. That's the saddest thing about these guys leaving the company, is that they no longer have access to that engine. And let's be honest, the StarCraft 2 engine, while it's been pushed to its limits, I think at this point, the internal engine at Blizzard is one of the best in the industry, because not only does it still look modern, it's very unique. Like, it doesn't look like other games. You look at a game built in the Blizzard engine and you go, oh, yeah, that's a Blizzard game. Very clearly. Art styles can be completely different, but if you look at a game in that engine, you can tell that is a Blizzard game.
Hey,
but
did you like Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne?
Fuck yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? It's a great game.
They also have the game director for that game.
Oh, for Frost Giant and Dreamhaven?
Yeah, they're actually partnered as well, Frost Giant and Dreamhaven.
Okay.
So they're kind of working together.
That'd be interesting. I will say, I hope they bring in someone from the outside to write their story.
I like the Warcraft story.
Like, I will let them... But then it does kind of fall off the wheel. Like, the wheels do kind of fall off towards the end, though. It gets a little weird. Which I guess makes... It can get a little weird because of the universe it's in. Like, with the magic and all the other stuff, right? We're just not going to talk about the StarCraft story because that just gets bad.
Hey, the StarCraft story was good.
It started off so good. It's like... It's like... Wings of Liberty. I want my girlfriend back. Right? Great story. Jim goes and saves the girl. The plot twist at the end with Tychus. Great story, right? First, 3 missions of Heart of the Swarm. Yeah, that whole fucking campaign you spent, the last year trying to, get perfectly right and all that other stuff that you really loved and was critically acclaimed and, won us Game of the Year. Yeah, fuck all of the events that happened in that game. We're just going to undo literally all of it in the first 3 fucking missions just to make it into, an RPG-style campaign. And it gameplay was fun, because you get to fuck around with Kerrigan. That was fun. It was a good gameplay. The story is fucking dumb. It's dumb. It's not bad, right? It gets worse. Because Legacy of the Void happens, and I want to curl up into a ball and cry just thinking about it, because it's so fucking terrible. StarCraft 2 went from arguably the best story going in the industry to what in the actual intellectual fuck just happened. Did M. Night Shyamalan write this shit? What are we doing here? But so what do you think, how do you think this is a positive or negative thing for the industry overall? In the long run? Cody? Did we lose Cody? We might have lost Cody. Cody, I can't hear you. Hold on, folks. We lost him. Is he there? Cody, did you drop out there for a sec?
I believe so.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. That was expected. Cell phone, whatnot.
Yeah, cell phone.
But yeah, where do you... we only lost you for 30 seconds there. How... what do you think... do you think this is positive or negative overall for the industry, in the long run? Is this... I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's positive. Especially if there's multiple game companies making different games. They're going to have competition now. And competition makes actually better games, in my opinion.
So I think this is good for all of the IPs at Blizzard and Activision, right? This is obviously good because they're going to want to bring back as much IP as possible to throw in Game Pass and sell Game Pass because that is their way of the future. However, for the industry as a whole, I think this is the best case scenario, but it is, all of the possible scenarios, all of them suck because... It's either Blizzard, our options were either Blizzard just dies as an IP and Activision tries to distance himself as much as possible and eventually just absorbs the company and removes the Blizzard name, or Activision Blizzard gets bought out by somebody. Now, those options were realistically Apple, Disney, Amazon, Microsoft, and Sony. Sony does not have Sony probably wishes they made this purchase. Yes. But I don't think they had the money to justify it, or just to pull. I don't think they had the liquid cash to pull it off. They're falling apart across the board as a company. like their parent company is. So I don't think they could have ponied up that much cash, so that probably wasn't going to happen. And even then, no thanks. I'm not a fan of their general. I mean, I fucking hate the attitude in general towards the consumer and the gamer in the industry, pretty much across the board right now. Like nobody. I mean, Bungie's just absolutely just bleeding their players dry. Blizzard is barely alive. Activision and Call of Duty are fucking horrible games, but they still sell like crazy. And they
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what?
You think Microsoft will do anything with StarCraft?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I feel like
I think I don't think they'll be proactive. I think they will be reactive. I think. So I think Dreamhaven and Frost Giant putting their game out will probably prompt Microsoft to either. I would say, if I'm Microsoft, let's say like Frost Giant and Dreamhaven have already announced they're working on an RTS. I believe their projected release date is sometime in the next 3 to 5 years, which would make sense. I think they're looking at 20. If I had to guess, 2025 is probably when we'll see something. Maybe 24, because the upside to them using Unreal Engine is they'll be able to make something very quickly because they don't have to build a whole freaking engine. So it could be 2024. I think that's optimistic. 2023 is, I believe, just completely unrealistic. That ain't happening. But we'll see their game come out. It'll probably be just massively popular. It'll blow up huge because there's a loyal fan base. I mean, Age of Empires, which, while this is probably the best AoE in like a decade, it's still AoE. It's not a heavy hitter. Never has been. And that was enough to take half of StarCraft's player base for 2 months.
Yeah, they still have most of them. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I wouldn't say most of it. No.
I know they really do, but the problem is Age of Empires was released way too early. The game is not done.
No.
No, they have a lot of.
But that's a good sign though. So that's either a really good sign in which that means it means A, there's still a lot of RTS players around, but it also means B, the state of RTS right now is pretty bad because it's StarCraft. It's literally StarCraft 2, which is 10 plus years old, or Brood War, which is 20 years old. And outside of that, that's it. There's Warcraft 3, but that's being. I mean, I think they just killed, ESL dropped the Warcraft Pro Circuit a year early. Yeah, they did. So.
Okay.
But yeah, this is great for all the Blizzard games. This is terrible for the industry overall. Microsoft servers are an absolute joke, which you and I both know. Shout out Halo Infinite. And it's not just Halo, where Microsoft has bad server issues. But. I don't know. I think, but yeah, we'll see. The Frost Giant Dreamhaven game will come out. We'll get a StarCraft 2 remastered, right? Which probably needs to happen anyway because the game is only optimized to run on a single processor core, which is why you could have the most baller PC possible, right? You could have 128 core Threadripper processor. That's your gaming machine, right? I don't care. StarCraft 2 is still only going to run on one single fucking core because it's locked on one core. It is one of the most, it is a horribly optimized game. It came out right before multi-core, gaming really started to happen. And so it's locked on one core.
I played StarCraft the day it came out.
Yep.
StarCraft 2, not StarCraft.
I did not play StarCraft 1 the day it came out because I was, believe, 4?
Yeah, I was pretty young too.
I was 4 or 5. I didn't start playing StarCraft till 04. I think. I don't know, 3rd or 4th grade, somewhere around there. So yeah, that would about line up. But, I mean, the state of the industry scares the crap out of me. It's not great.
No. That's why everyone's trying to find a new game.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, just the gaming industry, period. It continues to just kind of get more and more anti-consumer and pro-publisher. I mean, shit, look what happened with Cyberpunk, dude.
I have no clue. I've never played that.
But like you're aware of what happened. Like they beat the shit out of their employees, having them work like 80-hour weeks for like a year straight.
Man, I think you
Hyped
told
up the
me that.
game to be one of the most anticipated releases of all time. It came out. It was a half-completed, broken mess, wet fart, to the point where they had to like they're literally being sued for fraud, which that's only happened once before with Fallout 76, where a game was released in such a broken state that the government sued them for fraud. Like that's yikes.
Yeah, it's a bad moment.
Yeah, like not just some random group of players. The government said, "Nah, bro, you're literally out here robbing people because your game is so bad." You know you suck when that happens.
Yeah. That's fucked up. Why would you even release the game at that point?
Money, shareholders,
Me as a person, I would
averted
rather
disaster.
make a decent game than fucking.
Yeah, like that used to be the Blizzard standard was we don't give a fuck when we said it was going to come out. If it's not done in time, it's not done in time. You can wait, deal with it. It went from that to, hey, we need to be releasing a game a year.
Money!
Yep, pretty much. Like, hey, how can we turn World of Warcraft into a pachinko machine?
Pretty much. Well, like, when they release a new expansion every 2 years, rather than just working on the expansion for an extra year, maybe two, make a better expansion. Maybe you have more players come back.
I don't know. I mean, I think the last expansion was very, very good.
Shadowlands?
Yeah.
I've been playing Shadowlands right now, and it's been not very well developed. If that
No, but you can't deny that it was the game that brought World of Warcraft, or not the game.
Yeah,
it was
it
the
looked
expansion that
cool.
brought the game back from the fucking brink.
yeah, because it looks cool. It brought the Lich King back. It literally played off the Lich King's like.
I do like the story.
Yeah, that old storyline. It went through that, and that brought people wanting to play back. But the problem is,
Well, that's a good story.
They rushed it. Like they rush everything.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like,
I don't think I will be
the final-
legitimately shocked if Overwatch 2 ever comes out.
The final raid of Shadowlands is coming out in a month,
Okay, that'd be good.
or like the end content raid, which is like it's not a good thing because the Shadowlands has only been an expansion for like a year, I believe.
Well, we will have
Maybe you're gonna
to. We'll probably be leaning on you to tell us how that is and whether or not it's good or not. Sounds like you're assuming it's not going to be great.
I from the gameplay I've been playing so far, it just seems very rushed. Like for the PvP standpoint,
Yeah,
everything is broken, so everything is balanced. If that makes sense.
yeah.
Like you can one shot people without a problem, but they can also one shot you without a problem.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a weird state of point. Would you rather not have a skill-based gameplay rather than just one-shotting each other?
I mean, you know that I would personally.
That's just me. I don't
Like,
know.
you know, I prefer skill over that shit. I fucking
Yeah.
despise the idea of RNG, which is funny because my favorite matchup is PvP, but that's neither here nor there. But that was a little StarCraft joke for like the two people that will get it. But anyway, yeah, the craziest thing to me, Overwatch 2 is coming out in November, supposedly. I don't think that game actually exists.
Okay, that game was really good at the start.
Overwatch 2 was awesome. And then I realized, oh wow,
Or-
this requires like zero skill to be good at.
You mean Overwatch, not Overwatch 2?
Overwatch.
Yeah, okay. I was just confused.
There is
Sorry.
no fucking skill involved in that game until you get to like the highest level.
Yeah, one of my friends was actually like one of the top players in that game.
It's not
and
hard. Yeah.
He even said like that game, you either you win by your team comp.
Yeah, like it's all composition.
or
It
you-
is
you
entirely composition and team play. It's like, do you hit like these various timings or, you know, various things in certain team fights? And if so, yes. Okay, cool. You steamroll and win the game, and there's literally nothing the other team can do about it. So
Yeah,
the
it's
Overwatch
just
League is
really-
just borderline unwatchable. Like, it really is.
Yeah, I don't watch money tournaments though myself. I watch like a very few StarCraft ones.
I gave it a shot early on with the Overwatch League, and no, it's just not. The observer mode for it, like the way that it's built in is it's like half. It's almost there, but not close enough to where it works. It's not a great experience as a viewer. But that's just me. There's just too much shit going on, really, for it to be, like, sensical. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know. I mean, Overwatch 2 will come out. I'll give it a shot.
I might try it out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll definitely try it. But, I'm probably not... Like, if it's a full-price game, maybe. Like, if they're going to charge me $60, I'll probably wait till it goes on sale.
Well, if it's anything like last time, it'll end up being 20.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest mistake Blizzard's ever made is not having a single-player mode for Overwatch. Honestly.
You can't. Cause there's healers.
You absolutely can. They could have built in a campaign.
Oh, like a
and
campaign?
It could have been really fucking good.
Oh, I thought you meant like 1v1. So
No. I mean, that would be cool too.
That would be hard.
Very hard. Well, no, I mean, if you do just like a Slayer type thing, right? Like just a 1-on-1 Slayer type deal.
Even like 3v3 arenas would be cool.
Yeah. Anything other than just like the basic 6-player team, it just got really stale really quickly. Like, I got tired of watching the same match over and over and over. But I don't know. The campaign for this game could have been absolutely phenomenal, and they scrapped it for whatever reason. I'm gonna guess it was Activision trying to push the game out as fast as possible and said, "Yeah, no, we don't have time. Nobody wants single player anyway," which is the stupidest narrative in gaming that I wish was dead. But
okay, I don't like single player myself. Like, I like certain games single player.
But like the idea that nobody wants a single player, like nobody wants a campaign, really? Come on, that's fucking ridiculous.
You know what I do want?
Most gamers do want to play a campaign.
I want to play multiplayer Assassin's Creed with my friend.
Ooh, that'd be weird. That sounds cool, but I feel like they'd probably do a terrible job of executing that.
Okay, just keep it the normal Assassin's Creed, but like play with 2 people.
Yeah, that could work.
But I don't know, that'd be cool.
Alright, man, before we get out of here, let's do a couple of wrap-ups here. Any interest in the 3 Star Wars games that EA has announced? Yes or no?
Me personally, I've never heard of them. So.
No, they just announced them like 2 days ago. I think it's going to be a strategy game, an RPG, and a first-person shooter.
See.
So, but here's the interesting thing: the person leading the strategy game is the guy that made XCOM.
I never played XCOM.
But I think that's the type of strategy game I believe that they're going for, not a RTS.
Okay, so I probably won't play it then.
Yeah, you probably not. I might. I could be down with that. I could be down with that.
I do like the Star Wars games, so like
I do like Star Wars. I fucking love Star Wars games. I liked XCOM. It was fun. Unforgiving as hell, but fun. But
it was a fun time.
Yeah. Final question of the night. Questions, rather.
Like cheese Doritos.
Who's going to be in the Super Bowl?
Oh. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Rams and Chiefs.
Rams Chiefs?
Yeah.
I think that is probably the best possible matchup remaining.
And if the Bengals win versus the Chiefs and versus the Rams, I feel terrible for them. I feel bad for Joe Burrow, to be honest.
I'm excited to get Joe Burrow sacked 30 times.
No, I don't want to see that. Because that guy has a good career ahead of him.
As long as he doesn't get hurt, I'm excited to see him get sacked like 20, 30 times. Just don't hurt him.
Yeah, that's why.
As long as he stays healthy, sack him all you want. Go for it, Aaron Donald.
The Chiefs really are not going to sack him that much, in my opinion. They might because that O line's pretty terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, the Chiefs' D line isn't exactly phenomenal.
Yeah, but that O line.
But that O line is the whatever the fucking opposite of phenomenal is. That's that O line. Like that might be the single worst offensive line ever assembled in the NFL.
The O line makes it work though.
That's still like no, they don't. No, they don't.
I said
Joe Burrow. Yeah, I was going to say Joe Burrow makes it work. Jamar Chase, like that.
I said no. I remember the video I was talking about. I made a joke.
Bro, the only reason that offense scores any points at all is because they are just absolutely fucking loaded at the skill positions, which is insane. Like, can you imagine if they get a even half decent O line? Oh my god, the Bengals are gonna be so good. They've got like I think 30 or 40 million in cap space next year.
Let me ask a question now.
It might even be 50. I can't remember that. I saw the graphic on the Pat McAfee show, but they've got like let's call it 40 million in cap space.
Sure. That's insane though.
40 million? Yeah, like that's a very young team, and you've got that much cap room? Are you kidding me?
Well, that's because they just got so many picks out of the draft last year. Everyone's on a rookie contract.
Well, yeah, like of the guys starting on their team, I think I would have to say probably a third of them are on rookie deals.
Yeah,
I mean that's all 33 potential starters. I'd say a third are on rookies.
Where do you believe Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers are going?
Devontae Adams is not going anywhere.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Rodgers or no Rodgers, he's getting the franchise tag at a minimum. It's in their best interest to work out a long-term deal with Devontae Adams, which might be tricky because he only wants to play for Aaron Rodgers. I imagine if Aaron doesn't come back or retires, Devontae is probably going to piece the fuck out and go play for a contender. But that won't be. See, that's the thing, though.
You don't think
they'll just franchise tag him? Without Aaron, he is, other than Aaron Rodgers, he is the best player on that team.
Yeah, 100%.
So, Aaron, I think if he comes back to Green Bay. I don't think he goes somewhere else. I mean, how could you?
Well, he's been wanting to.
Well, no. See, that's the thing. I don't know if he wants. I don't think he wants to leave.
He doesn't want to, but like he has no power, so he's kind of forced to leave.
Well, I disagree. See, that's I think, and he said it on his interview with Pat Tuesday. He's got a really great relationship with the front office right now. Like it sounds like he's on good terms with everyone, and like they've got a good relationship now.
If that's happening, that's because they're trying to keep Devontae Adams because he said he was leaving if he's leaving.
Well, the only reason I can think of, if Aaron doesn't retire, why he might not want to come back to Green Bay, I think they're like 30-something million over the cap next year. They're going to have to do so. And the other thing is, right, if they thought Jordan Love was the guy, if he was the guy, they would have pushed Aaron out the door by now.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like, they would have openly said, hey, it's been a great run with Aaron. He can come back if he wants to, but we'll just trade him. Right? Like, if they were confident Jordan Love was the guy, he would be the guy, right? Like, they would have done what they're doing with Jimmy G in San Francisco and Trey Lance, right? And that's actually the same story. Like, if Trey Lance was the guy, Jimmy G would not be playing with a just obliterated hand. Like I believe his thumb just doesn't exist right now. What is it? Like he has like a fractured finger, bone fragment, a bunch of other crap. Something's wrong with his throwing hand. If Trey Lance was the dude, Jimmy G would not be. He wouldn't be playing right now. The dude's terrible. He can't fucking throw. Like I think he had like 112 yards on like 30 passes last week or something stupid like that.
Yeah, he was doing good. I'm insane. So surprised.
You consider that good, dude? Jimmy G's
he was
100. He was 11 of 19 for 131 yards and an interception. Like that is horrendous.
Hey, it doesn't matter if you have an interception, as long as you win the game, it is good.
I do want to point out that his 57.1 passer rating is still higher than that of Carson Wentz in that final game against the Jags. A 4.4. Can you believe that? A 4.4 playoff play-in game, and you only put up a 4.4 QBR? The fuck? Get that dude out of the NFL.
Everyone's allowed to have a bad game.
Carson Wentz is just bad, period. The Colts have one of the best offensive lines in football, and they didn't even make the playoffs because of Carson Wentz. That dude is awful.
Well,
he has Carolina football syndrome, where he doesn't always turn that ball over, but when he does, it is the most catastrophic scenario possible.
fair enough. What do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl?
So here's the weird thing, right? I think it could be anyone. Any of these 4 teams, I think, could realistically beat their opponent this weekend.
You think the 49ers can win? Versus the Rams?
I don't know. History says yes, because Shanahan is apparently Sean McVay's dad.
Okay.
He's 6-0 against McVay. Like, Shanahan has never lost to the Rams. And I'd like to remind you, 49ers, since Shanahan has gotten there, they've had a couple of really, really, really bad years. Like, he's beaten the Rams with a backup quarterback.
Fair enough. Well, honestly, if the 49ers do win, good for them.
Yeah, I mean, hey, good for them. I like that team a lot. I like the vibe they give off. They're like old school, in your face, smash mouth type. They still utilize a fullback. I love that. That's cool, right? And not like, oh hey, yeah, we can use this guy on the roster. Like, he's not just a blocker. Kyle Juszczyk is like actually a beast. And he went to Harvard, which is hilarious. He's like the smartest of all of the. He's like the king genius of all of the meatheads. Like, it's hilarious. Ooh, speaking of Harvard, here's a good trivia question for you. What 2 players were involved in the smartest touchdown in NFL history?
I don't remember.
Ryan Fitzpatrick connected on a 22-yard touchdown to Cameron Braid a couple years ago when he was still playing for the Bucs.
You've told me this.
Mm-hmm. It's like one of my favorite plays in all of football. Harvard. It is the Harvard to Harvard connection.
That's funny.
Like, just picture Ryan Fitzpatrick. Picture that dude at Harvard. Like, that's hysterical. I think one of either his last year or second to last year at Harvard. I believe Harvard was like a top 15, top 10 team in the FCS, but the Ivy League doesn't participate in the FCS playoffs, so they didn't play in the playoffs. It's like one of the best teams in the country was not playing in the postseason. It was weird.
Why don't they play in the playoffs? That's weird.
I believe it's like an academic integrity type thing, I guess. I mean, it's purely the Ivy League thinking that, looking down on everyone. It's like, oh, we're too smart to participate in sports or some shit like that. I don't know.
They just don't want to get hit.
The short answer is Ivy League elitism.
They just don't want to get hit.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. So you guys participate in the basketball postseason. What's wrong with football? Like, what are we doing? What's your problem?
You don't want to get hit too hard. That's exactly what's happening.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, some of these teams would be pretty damn good. Like, Harvard's had some good squads.
Yeah, but they don't want to be hit too hard.
I mean, like, I think Dartmouth is the best team in the Ivy League right now. Like, I think they've only lost like 1 game or 2 games in 3 years or something like that. Like, they're on a crazy run.
Yeah, but if one of the people hit them too hard in their head, get a concussion, they might not be too smart anymore.
Stop being such a meathead. You're such a fucking meathead, Cody.
I'm messing with you, bro.
I know. And on that note, folks, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for us this week here at the Social Getdown podcast. We thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully, we'll have everybody on next week, working internet and whatnot. Thank you for bearing with us with the technical and canine difficulties this week. Yeah. Cody, maybe put Echo in her room next week before the show.
We were in a Discord call, but you didn't tell me you were starting. You just started it.
What? We gotta start at 7, bro.
We started at like 7:03, bro.
It was like
Come on.
7:02. It's like 7:02. Same shit. Anyway, folks.
5-minute warning. Bye.
Anyway, guys, we love you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Good night, and we will see you next week. Peace!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy.